West Coast, and I am stuck in traffic. I ain't really stuck in traffic because traffic is actually moving fairly well right now. But I'm in traffic, moving around on my way back to the crib. Moving around on my way to the crib. But yo, man, I dropped some videos over the weekend, and I also watched that flag football fanatics thing. JSN got the BAG. Ooh, wee. That boy got paid. Rightfully so, though. But we're gonna talk about a little bit of everything. I got about I'm gonna be stuck in this traffic probably for about at least another 25, 30 minutes. So I can give y'all at least 30 minutes. I actually I actually had a job interview this morning for a content creator for a company. It's just random stuff. And I think I got the job because I got to go back on Wednesday night. I got to go back Wednesday night for to do a promotional. It's basically selling I'll be creating a whole brand for them though. So yeah, I'm definitely about to Jerry Jones now. They ain't got no social media presence, and they basically want me to build it from the ground up. So God is good. They found me too. But what's up with you, Joe Trent China? What up with you, Vaughn? Appreciate you guys for tapping in. Today was a good day. Ooh, wow. Hey, if you haven't already, man, make sure you guys hit that share button. Make sure you hit that share button, hit that star button. I got Zelle and Chane, but I forgot to put them up there, so sorry about that. But if you want to support me, this is what y'all can do, really, is help me make that transition to YouTube, because Facebook is tripping. But I appreciate you. I'm still going to always go live on Facebook. I can't just dip on y'all like that. Y'all didn't help me down too well. But we do got to make that transition to YouTube, though. So, yo, if you haven't already, man, hit that share button, hit that share button, hit that share button, hit that share button, hit that share button. Hey, can you guys let me know how I sound and how I look? Meaning audio and visual. Can somebody give me an audio and visual, please? AV check. I'm out here using the world's internet. So sometimes it'd be kind of sketchy when I be moving around. What up with you, John Fox? Hey, I can't really hey, that's John Fox, you sound like a hell of a defensive coach. Hey, I can't really read comments right now, so I'm just gonna be talking. So I don't want anybody to think I'm not paying you any attention. I just can't. I'm live while I'm driving. That within itself is already. But I'm stuck in traffic, so I want to talk for a little bit. All right, but yo, man, did you guys see that JSN, Jackson Smith and Jigba just got a 4-year deal for 168? What up with you, JV boy? He just got a deal for 168. He taking everybody out tonight. But you know why? If you saw my video, did you guys see my video on this subject? I said that this was a really good deal for the Seahawks. And a couple things get to happen. He gets to walk around feeling like he's the highest paid receiver in football, which technically he is. But at the same time, they gave him an extension. Remember, an extension is if someone, say if a girl had hair and her hair was only down here, and you added hair to that hair and took her hair to here, that's an extension. They didn't put a whole new wig on the person's head. No, that's not what they did. They extended the contract. What up, B. Smith? So whenever you extend the contract, you always save money. You want to know why? because you're extending it off of what he already had, right? He had this year and next year's 5th-year option, which he still is going to play on. So even though they signed him to a 4-year deal, it's really a 6-year deal. Like, what they did is what I'm gonna keep it real. Like, this is what the Cowboys should have did with Dak Prescott on his first contract. They should have extended him, but they didn't extend him. They let the contract run dry. So then you got to create a whole new contract. So it's easier to spread money. So when you look at his contract, it's really 6 years over like not 196. So over the next 6 years, they're going to pay him $196 million. If you divide 6 by 196 by 6, it comes up to like $33 million. And I listen to me. I always have told you guys, I've always said that that's how Jerry Jones, that's how they look at contracts, but that's not how they execute them. They always look at it, the life of how long you're going to be over at the team versus how much money they're spending per year. So that's why if the Dallas Cowboys would have just gave Dak Prescott a ridiculous, like even ridiculous, they just paid him. If they would have gave him the initial contract he wanted coming off that rookie deal, he wouldn't be making $60 million right now. But that's what happens. Now, listen, I'm not knocking it, but I'm just saying that's how you do good business. That's how everybody wins. The Jerry Jones, they try to sell us on the fact that, a lot of times only one person can win. But no, teams show you each and every day that there's ways that you can do contracts where everybody wins. Well, at least everybody feels like they won. Because remember, in the sales process, nobody wants to feel like they were sold. In the sales process, nobody wants to feel like they were sold. If someone feels like they were sold and they feel like they got taken advantage of, or they feel like they didn't get what they want, or they feel like they didn't get what they deserve, then guess what? That creates other issues and that causes other problems, and it guarantees that you're going to be back doing a contract with this person. So the Seattle Seahawks were actually really smart in how they did this contract. And then guess what? Somebody's going to come next year and get an even bigger contract next year, and then he'll probably. But I ain't gonna lie, Jamar Chase, Jefferson, they all got deals. CD got deals. He probably gonna be the highest paid. He's gonna probably be looked at as one of the highest paid wide receivers in all of football for at least 2 years. Because there ain't no big names. Everybody that's a big name is signed. So this was a good deal. This was a good deal. Now, do I believe he lives up to the deal? I don't know. That's going to remain to be seen. But I'm just saying it's a good deal as in how they did it. How they did it is how you would want contracts done. That's how the Dallas Cowboys should have did Micah Parsons. If they would have did Micah Parsons like this, guess what? He'd be making roughly around the same what he's making right now. So he would still feel like he's the highest paid defensive player in football. But at the same time, you spread it out. Cowboys weren't trying to do that. But yo, I'm gonna give a little bit better take when I get back to my computer. But I just dropped the video and I just wanted to get on there and say something about that. But hey, man, I want to talk about that flag football too, because man, some of y'all is just not going crazy. Listen, anybody that has coached flag football, not watched it, anybody that has coached flag football knows that flag football is not real football. And I'm not trying to diminish what anybody's doing in flag football. Like, I'm going to be honest with you, flag football right now is life. That's all we do. You know what I mean? Why? Because tackle football is not in. So, yeah, we're either at a practice or we're at a game, to be honest with you. Saturdays, I'm at flag football from freaking 8 a.m. till like 2. It's ridiculous, bro. I coach, well, at least a minimum of six games, because each team, I have 3 teams, and each team has 2 games. So we coach 6 games. This week we went 4-2. So I think I know a thing or two about flag football. And flag football, it's not real football, but it's a tool. That's what it is. It's a tool. It's a tool that's used to improve on things for actual tackle football. It's a tool. Now, have they created it and turned it into a sport? Absolutely. But it's not the same sport as tackle football. So if I don't know why anybody was thinking that the NFL pros was gonna beat these dudes who was gonna be playing. And I'm gonna tell you this right now, man. Unless you're playing like the quarterback position or the wide receiver position, like they should have had actual NFL DBs. Like if you would have had, like, there was no reason why a guy like Stephon Diggs was out there playing corner at some point. And I'm gonna tell you, like, going from tackle to flag for some people is a transition. That's why the first week of flag football is always crazy. Why? Because kids are overly contact. Why? Because they're used to what they're doing in tackle. Like there's things on a flag football field that you can do that you just flat out can't do on a tackle football. Like one, stop. Like you can stop on a flag football field. Why? Because they're trying to pull your flag. You stop on a tackle football field, you're gonna get killed. So there's major nuances that have really created it and turned it into a different sport, which it is. Like 3-on-3 basketball is not the same as 5-on-5. It's just not the same. Those two extra people make a whole difference. You know what I'm saying? Like those two extra people make a whole difference. So the offensive line, defensive line in football makes a huge difference. The helmets and the shoulder pads make a huge difference. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you this. Guys playing a rec sport, I don't give a damn what they say. They're only going about 80%. Playing against guys that are for sure going 100, 110%. So that's why I said it was a setup for it was a good setup though. It was a good setup for American flag. But I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. Men's flag is cool, but women's flag is way better. And that's what I was saying in my video. I know a lot of you guys were saying, he's saying flag football. The girls should have. No, that's not what I was saying. I know I was not saying that I think they should have had the girls go play the boys. That's not what I was saying. What I was saying is I believe that girls flag football is going to blow up bigger than men's because it's just way more competitive. Like, I'm not trying to say anything negative about women's flag football, but I mean, about women's sports, but women's flag football is probably in track. These are two things I can watch for sure. You know, anything else is a hard watch for me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not saying going and participate and watch your daughter watch it. I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's on TV and you just randomly see it and you just watch it. If I'm randomly sitting on my couch and I see girls flag football, I would watch it. You know what I'm saying? I would watch it. Men's, I'm not saying I wouldn't, but when I see men play, I want to watch some dudes tackle each other. That's what I want to see, even if it's semi-pro. So I think my hope is that, like I said, my hope is that women's flag football is like their big sport because it's way more entertaining than basketball, in my opinion. Someone said, "Do you think JSN extension with the Seahawks has any effect on Pickens' extension?" No, because Pickens play for the Dallas Yes Sir Cowboys, and bro, they is not about to give him that type of deal. They're not doing it. You got to think how far that is from the franchise tag. That dude getting $43 million a year. The franchise tag is 27. Boy, there's a big old difference between them two. That's like what, $16 million difference? Nah, that's too. Now, if it was only like maybe a million or two, then yeah. But bro, there is a huge difference. JV Boy says I watch girls volleyball. Hey, listen to me. I can watch it as in like my kid is like because listen, I've my daughter before she was anything, she was a swimmer. So man, for the first 8 years of my daughter's life, shoot, we would no shoot all the way to 12. She swam all the way to 12. That's all we did was swim meets, and and I'm gonna be honest with you, it just looks like swimming. Swimming is crazy because they literally go to practice and swim just to go to the game, and swim. It's like track. It's like the most repetitive thing. I see how kids get burnt out on it though, because it's just very, very repetitive. But you got to be freaking in shape though. Ooh. What up, Ralph? What up, my boy? And girls volleyball, I watched that on USA a couple times. It's pretty competitive. But flag football is ridiculous, lads, because men are always looking for football. They're always looking for a conduit, a way to watch football when football's not on. Like, what's the closest you can get to football? And to be honest with you, like we're so of college and NFL, that's why we have a hard time, or like the other leagues, they don't work as well. Because if you see, hold up, I'm going to sign my spot right now. When I watch in the off season, I'll try to watch like the UFLs and stuff like that, but it's like the game speed not be it don't be NFL football. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Like, it don't be NFL football. So it'd be hard for me to get stuck on it. But like I said, having a daughter play the next big thing, watch. Like mark my word, it's gonna be the next big thing. That's why if you having a way to invest in it, because that's gonna be the new big thing. Watch. TC says I can't. It's TC. I can't stand those Cowboys fans that want us to talk. Listen to me, man. The trash talking of Dak Prescott goes down to this. A lot of people's hearts and their emotions and everything they have is tied into how the quarterback plays. So if or how what the Cowboys do that week. So if the Cowboys don't win, their whole weekend is basically shit, right? So I get how people be so emotionally attached to it because I get it, man. And your week has been trash all week. You've been working 12, 14 hours. The only day you get off is Sunday, and these ones go out there and lose to the goddamn. Who do we lose to? The Arizona Cardinals. Yes, I get it, bruh. I get it. I've been in that boat many a times. You didn't lie to your job. You got to be off. You know what I'm saying? You do everything you can to get off. You use your last $60, $80 on the EBT to get some food. Have a bunch of people at your house, and these dudes lose. I get it. So I get the emotional attachment. Like we are all there. You know what I'm saying? Even my people that go to games, you spend all this money, you fly to Dallas, you get there and they wet the bed. Trust me, I get it. You know what I'm saying? So I get the emotional attachment portion of it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to so I understand why Cowboy fans kind of, why we kind of, and it's expensive to be a Cowboy fan. Like we're not like the Browns where you can get tickets for $40 or you can download like the Cowboys, like you really, no matter where they play, whether you're watching them at home, they're going to charge you. Why? Because you got to have some type of streaming service. And if you go to the game, they're going to charge you premium. Why? Because you're at the actual game. So yes, it is more expensive to be a Dallas Cowboys. All these factors that people have to take in consideration. And then these dudes really go out there and don't win the game. Like it all makes sense when they win the game, bro. Like, listen, it makes sense when they win the game. You didn't ran up your debit card. I mean, you didn't ran up your credit card. You know what I'm saying? You didn't did all this crazy stuff to get these tickets. When they win, whoop, boy, when they win, it's lit. You know what I'm saying? It's all worth it. When they don't win, you're like, bruh, it feels like you just wasted a whole bunch of money. So that is the emotional attachment. Now, I'm not saying that other fan bases don't have to go to it. They just have to go through it at the rate that we do. You feel me? Like tickets go up for Dallas Cowboys, prices go up for Cowboys every year anyway. It doesn't matter if we win or lose. You know what I'm saying? So what's up with you, Brandy? So yeah, I get the emotional attachment. Now, where people take it too far is when you watch a game with 11 dudes on this field and then 11 dudes go off the field, and 11 more dudes come on the field. So it's at least 22 dudes that you know that's on this team, and you blame one dude for every loss and give him no credit for wins. That's all I'm saying. Like the listen, if you want to feel the way you feel about the entire team, the way you feel about Dak, I have no problem. That's understandable. But what I have a problem with is how people literally, like, I was on a show, bro. Oh my God. Sometimes you just gotta get into dumb arguments with people. It just kind of like rejuvenates you a little bit. And bro, like it was like 8 o'clock at night. I'm not doing anything, and I click on the show. I'm not gonna say the page because I don't want to give anybody no negative publicity, make y'all feel so much way. If y'all find them, y'all find them. But and these dudes was just going in on Dak, and it's just like, listen, if you look at this, the number one argument that everybody has who don't like Dak is they always say that he is a basically he wins meaningless games, or he's a good regular season quarterback but can't get it done in the big games. Well, I'm gonna tell you this right here. You know, every quarterback that you think is good is pretty much that same way. Everyone, bro. Everyone. Like every quarterback. Because at the end of the season, only one quarterback is going to win a Super Bowl. Now, you cannot, the team win in the NFL is so big. Like, it takes so much for you to get a team win that almost never in any NFL do you hear about one guy being the reason why someone won. But you always hear reasons why one guy was the reason why they lost. And it's like, bro, there's a minimum. I'm about to walk in the house because it's too hot in this car. Hold on. There's a minimum of, or at least for Dallas Cowboys season last year, there was a minimum of 130 plays per game. Yeah, flat tire. Well, I am at the crib now, so I could be more stable. Just give me a couple seconds. Hey, y'all like the new setup, though? You know what I mean? But so listen to me. I understand the emotional attachment behind it, but what's crazy to me is, like I said, there's probably 100. The Dallas Cowboys averaged 135 plays per game last year. That's probably about 70 on offense and about 65 on defense. So that's what we are. That's what we averaged last year. Now, that is way too many plays. You can have enough negative plays and also have enough positive plays to overcome that so that it doesn't even affect you. So for anyone to say that one person or one play is the reason why you lost the game is crazy. Like, there's nobody in a game that can have that much effect on a game. There's nobody in a game that can have that much of an effect on a game. Even a kicker missing a big time end of the game field goal. You want to know why? Because leading up to that point, there was at least 130 other plays that could have helped, that could have changed the tide, where you put you in a situation where you wouldn't even need it. You know what I'm saying? So the hate on Dak and the way they do it is crazy, it's bananas. But it's, keep it real with you, that's the life of a quarterback. I got a 9-year quarterback going through it right now. Like, literally going through it right now. Going through the exact same thing Dak going through. I love him. They love him when he make plays. Whole sideline, man, when you throw interception. He's 9 years old. I had to tell his mom, hey, man, this is the position your son chose. He's going to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? We'll show him different ways where he can not allow him to affect it. But some of this stuff just comes with the position. It's just like you know what I'm saying? Some of this, it just comes with it. So, and then the cool thing about Dak Prescott is
I think he's understood it for a long time, so it's never really affected him. I think other quarterbacks, he said, your kids ain't going through shit. He said the exact same thing. Crazy. Um, but you know, the same thing, the only thing you can really do is give, show someone how to one, tune that noise out because that comes with the position. Like it just comes with the position. It's like you know what I'm saying? It just comes with the position. And that's what I had to explain to his mom. Like, you know, and I explained to the rest of the team too, like, because there's other kids on the team that want to be quarterbacks, but they don't want to deal with that portion. You know what I'm saying? As soon as they hear someone tell them, say, oh, he didn't do that right, they start crying. We can't do that. Why? Because man, we got 40 other plays we got to go play. You know what I'm saying? We have 40 other plays that we got to go do. So, you have to, in order to be a quarterback, they always say corners have to have a short memory. No, quarterbacks have to have a short memory. And you have to be able to tune the noise out. Because there's always going to be noise at that position. There's always going to be noise. Like that's not a position to be silent. And if you can't handle it, to be honest with you, that's part of it. TC says they ignorant of the fact that Cowboys always been the one-dimensional team when they head to the playoffs and lose. It's a good point. Dallas literally had the number one offense last year and third defense, and they still blame Dak. Yeah, man. Hey, Alan, that's why I said on the post that I put, I said, man, get that. I said, fix the defense and we rolling. Everybody got all mad. You know what I'm saying? He said all football players need a short memory. That's facts. And then people will literally just make up stats. Like I had tried to have somebody, Franklin Saint, he'd be watching my show. He's an Eagles fan, but he loves my show. So salute to him. But this dude tried to tell me that the Eagles had the worst defense in football when they won the Super Bowl. I said, Negro, please. I said, Negro, please. All right. My boy said, he said they're ignorant of the fact that the Cowboys were a one-dimensional team when they enter in the playoffs. Yeah, and well, one-dimensional is in what? Like we have a better offense than we have defense? Or are you talking about as far as our offense being one-dimensional? Last year, time we were in the playoffs, all we had was Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb. And I literally made a video that said Dak Prescott, they're gonna have to CeeDee Lamb it all the way through. And that was the faith we had in CeeDee Lamb. Now, what a difference a season makes. But I could definitely understand what you're saying in that aspect. Joe Trantrina says, I don't think Pickens will play on the franchise tag. We might lose him. Well, I think we might. I don't think we're going to lose him as far as another team because I think if another team would have wanted him by now, they would have did it already. But because now it's so close to the draft, it's like, why would you do it? I'll just see what I can get in the draft, and I won't even have to give up anything. So I think if another team was going to do it, they would have did it already. But do I think he's gonna? Do I think he's gonna come to work and be a good George Pickens, as they would assume he would be, and just play on the tag and come to practice and come to training camp? Yeah, I don't know. That's not a bet I would take. Do I think if I had to say yes or no? I don't think so, bro. I don't think so. But the reason being is because, I mean, what happened to the last person who didn't do it? Micah Parsons. Yeah, he got traded, but he's also the highest paid defensive player in football, too. And I'm pretty sure Pickens fell in love with the Dallas Cowboys and don't ever want to go nowhere in a season where they only won 7 games. I'm just saying. And I know him and CeeDee Lamb are the best friends, the best of friends. But please don't believe these dudes will not go play with somebody else. So if I'm George Pickens and I just saw what the boy got from Seattle, you can't, I mean, in his mind, you can't not think that he wouldn't want something close to that. It's a matter of will he get it, or is there a team willing to give it to him? Right now, I don't believe there is because I just feel like there would have been some type of movement, some type of room because everything in Dallas, gets leaked or something. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't believe, like Bishop said, we don't believe in doing our business in silence. We like to do our stuff in the media. So if somebody was interested in picking, I feel like we would have heard something, but we haven't really heard anything. So, the Cowboys kind of have leverage on both sides. You know what I'm saying? He got some leverage, but they also have leverage themselves. You know what I'm saying? So, but I don't know. I wouldn't bet on it. I wouldn't bet on him to be there. I feel like he wouldn't though. Mm-mm-mm. Mm. Yeah, I gotta go run some errands real quick, but I just wanted to jump on it real quick. So I told you I was gonna give you 30 minutes. Hey, you already know what it is.